So this is the stuff that the library has.
Do you have more stuff that you can use but not check out? Like Kindle or something like that?
You can check out the Kindles.
Oh.
But if you want to check out the Kindles, you have to look in the catalog and see what book is on the Kindles, because Amazon, right, never get a librarian started on ebooks. It takes a long time. But basically what it boils down to is you can download the book onto one Kindle, and then as a library we can't transfer it to other Kindles, but we can check you out the Kindle. Please don't tell Amazon we're doing this, because technically it is a violation of the terms of service. If you have a Kindle and you would like to put a book on the Kindle, you have to go through our Overdrive collection, which, if you let me get to the library website here, I will show you where all this stuff is. So from our website, if you see where it says ebooks, Overdrive is a library collection that we share with the Northern New York Library Network. And some of these books are on Kindle. So if you have, do any of you have a Kindle Fire? You can check out books on your Kindle Fire from here. And, but it also works with regular Kindles. Some of them, annoyingly, you have to plug your Kindle into the computer to check them out. Others you don't. It's there are rules that Amazon makes that I don't understand.
How does the checkout work? I mean, can you only check them out for a certain amount of time?
Yes. So you see, with the Kindles, it's specifically for the Kindle Fire, but if you just take the online portion online, and this would work for a regular book too. So basically, you click on ebooks, get to Overdrive, blah, 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 blah. You pick your book, you search for Kindles, and then you'll see some require USB, some of them don't. And you can check out up to 3 at a time. After 2 weeks, they will disappear from your Kindle. If you're checking them out for your Nook or just to read on your computer, which you can do as well, you will never hear anything ever again. If you check them out from Kindle, you will then get an email from Amazon that says, "Hey, I see you got this book. Did you finish it? If you didn't finish it, you can buy it." They never mentioned that you could also just check it out again. You can check them out as many times as you want, provided there isn't a line. Because the publishers do force us to treat them like real books. Only one person can check it out at a time. We all know their digital files, they all know their digital files, but no, we have to treat them like real books. So we will have multiple copies. You might be able to see it says available copies too. So we have 2 copies of the Ninth Circus that we can check out.
So you don't actually need to have a Kindle to check out the ebooks?
No, not at all. And some of the books that are in the catalog, if you're researching, it'll be, we found one yesterday that there's an online copy of a book for the biology class that you can actually check that one out from the site. You just need to log in with your LinkedIn ID and password. And this is a little, if you ever come across them and it doesn't make sense, please give me a call and I'll come down and I'll show you how it goes, because it's just a little weird unintentionally, but that's because ebooks are weird somewhat intentionally. But if you want these books from Overdrive, which are mostly popular fiction, you don't have to have a Kindle. They will go on a Nook, some of them will go on a Nook, some of them will go on a Kobo, or you can just read them on your computer. You just have to download an app. So if you got an Android phone, you can read them from there. If you got an iPhone, you can read them from there. It's a little bit easier to read them on the iPhone through the Kindle app sometimes, but there's lots of ways to get you access, not just Kindles. So those are the ebooks. Any other questions on those? Yes?
Not on those.
Okay.
Do you, while you're on the website, is there a page that actually lists all the stuff that you...
There is. If you go here, and it lists some other things that I think you guys should know about. See where it says Library Services? You want to click on Learning Commons. And our Learning Commons is a buzzword in library terms. It basically means we want you to learn and make stuff. But, and it also means you don't have to be quiet in the library. But ours is pretty much virtual. You still don't have to be quiet in the library except on the third floor. But this is all of the stuff that we have. So you can get to the research guides, you can ask a librarian, which is chatting, library instruction. So if you need help with this, if you decided you would like, if you got a sorority and you guys all want to put together a podcast and you need help, I will come to your house and tell you how to do it. I'm pretty mobile. But under technology, you can see we have an entire page of computer media technology. And this is all the stuff we have. So we've got the laptops, we've got the scanners, we have a lot of cables. So if you forget your cable, come ask if we have a cable, because there's a fairly good chance that we will. But this is where it lives. And most importantly, something that I want you all to know about is the multimedia production room, which is this room. And as of halfway through last semester, this is available to students. It was just available for faculty. So if you need a quiet place, especially to record something, you can reserve this. You do have to tell us why you're going to reserve it. It's not because we care about your project, it's because we don't want people in there working on papers. We've got lots of computers, you can work on papers. We have 2 computers that are in the quiet room where you can work with Photoshop and the Adobe Suite and all that kind of stuff. So this is available to you. You just need to fill out the reservation form. And when it says, describe your project here, I don't need a full description. I'm making a movie for class. That's good. So my roommate's bothering me and I need to type something out on Word. Probably not. But I'll help you find another place. But making a movie for class, making a podcast for class, I have to videotape a presentation and put it up online on Angel for my online class. That's what this room is for, and it is for you to use. And if you'd like me to come over and help you with anything, you can state that here that says, and I need help, can someone come help me? And we will work that out, because I like to help. They hired me to help students with multimedia projects. That is my entire reason for being.
Where's the room?
Oh, the room? Yes, I'm so glad you're here. If you go up the stairs, you know where the second floor desk is? So you're standing there at the second floor desk and you turn around behind you and there's a door next to the printer, that's it. And it's really nice and quiet, so you can get a lot of stuff in there. Sometimes I like to hide the multimedia production. It's a nice place to hide. But all of this stuff, if you need an appointment with me, you don't have to schedule a class. You can just send this, fill out this form and say, hey, can you help me? And I will help you. Along those same lines, we also have, yes, do you have a question?
Oh, no, just
this is a lot to take in, I know. We also have the technology toolbox, which is what I made to kind of help students out. You can also find it from the homepage under Research Guides by Subject, Technology Toolbox. But the rules for the Technology Toolbox is that it has to be free, because you guys are paying enough for books, and software can get really expensive, and I don't want to tell you about something cool that then costs $60. But a lot of these things, if you want them to be free, you have to remember to sign in with your oswego.edu password or email address, because a lot of these have what they call educational accounts. Basically because they want teachers to get their students hooked on them so that when they have real jobs, they will pay for them. But the difference between using something like Prezi without the educational account and with the educational account, it almost bumps you up to a pro account, which costs $5 a month, which isn't very much. But it's a great way to kind of get more features and not have to worry about memory and not have to worry about storage and whether or not you can download it, because you get all those features just by signing in with an educational email. So use it while you can.
We get to keep them now, I think.
Do you?
Yeah. Because it's on Google. I don't think they delete them.
They don't delete them, but you might lose your suffix. I mean, it's still, Google Apps for Education is something that the school pays for. So that's not, I'm not sure how it works. You know what happens to email addresses? We're planning on working here until we die, so we don't know what happens to the email addresses when you graduate. I know at the University of Michigan, where I got my graduate degree, they charged you $10 a year to keep it.
Sounds worth it. Student discounts.
I was mostly getting spam from it, so I got rid of mine. But Prezi's nice because, I'm sorry?
So I'm pretty sure you can keep it now.
Then you should be good to go. But I'm not going to force you to do it, but I will tell you, use it now because you can get the better thing. Prezi's a good example, so actually I have a Prezi up. Prezi's posting. But if you look at my settings and license, I have an educational account, and I can upgrade it if I want to. But you know, I'm getting more storage space. But basically, I'm getting all the core features, and I'm getting a lot of storage space, and I can download them, which is really nice because that's important. Because sometimes the internet fails, so the ability to download a Prezi is very, very important to me. But you'll see that you'll have these things that say students and teachers. So with the EduEnjoy, it's basically, it's bumping you up to that $5 a month thing, with 5 milligram, lots of storage. You can make them private. You don't have to have Prezi.com over everything if you don't want to. And there's a lot of these in the technology toolbox that have this deal. So use it. And if you get to keep it, awesome. I am not the police, so I don't care whether or not you're still a school student here and using the same email. That is not my problem. But we've got lots of things. So what kind of projects are you guys looking to do?
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet?
No, they're going to be picking that up starting next week.
So ballpark.
Could
you
be
know.
presentations, could be videos, could be papers.
Okay. Well, we've got stuff to make all of those look great. We've got an entire tab for things that make cool graphics. If you're writing a paper, we've got a place for concept maps if you like to outline this way. Citation managers if you're doing a really big paper. Under multimedia, we have stuff for photos, video, audio. And like I said, the rule is everything has to be free. I try and keep as much of it web-based as well, because sometimes the computers will not let you download things. So I love this. This is PicMonkey. This is one of my favoriteest things ever, because all you have to do is drag a photo in here, and then you can edit away, and then download it when you're done. And it's a pretty decent little photo editor. It's not Photoshop, but it's also not as hard as Photoshop. So if you want to make something, if you've got a photo and you want to make it all look Instagram-y and tilt it this way and write words on it and make yourself a meme, this is an amazing tool for that. And it's free, which I quite like. They keep threatening to make it partially monetize it, but I don't know what they're going to do with it yet. But we've also got video choices. Speaking of video, this is something that's kind of new. We're using this to do some tutorials for the library. And but basically what it is you can turn a video into a choose your own adventure thing. So it'll play your video for 30 seconds, and then I'll pop up these books and say, do you want to go down the hallway, or do you want to stay in this room? And the audience member actually clicks on one of the boxes, and it takes you to another video. It's really quite cool. The free one, you only get one video, unfortunately. And you're only supposed to get 200 views. And I've always wanted to say this. If you do something that gets you, and you really need more than 200 views, I know a guy. So this is how it works. You don't care about how to put things on Zoom.
As you continue through the tutorial, you will see boxes that will take you to various videos. Just click on whichever box you want to move into
So where do you wanna go?